You know what's crazy? People have a problem when you answer with I don't know. People have a problem when you're uncertain on something. People have an issue when you lack knowledge in a certain area. And at the end of the day, we're never going to know everything. We're never going to have all the information we need all at one time. People have people also have an issue when seem to have an issue when you're working towards something, when you're trying to gain that knowledge and apply it to your life. A current example is Kai Cenat. I don't know too much about his content, but I've heard his name very frequently, and I know as of recently he's been trying to make a career shift. He's been trying to make a career change. He was doing wild, crazy stuff. Years before. I think he's literally banned from New York. But recently, he's been trying to turn a new leaf and work on self improvement. And he's been reading. He's been looking up words that he doesn't know, and he's been trying to improve his comprehension skills on his streams. And he has a massive audience, and you would think people would applaud that. You would think people would support that, but no. No, he's trying to encourage people to read, and he's trying to encourage people to, have more hobbies, and people are literally dragging him through the mud. And that's so crazy to me. And that happens to us in real life, as a man. If you don't know how to like fix any random appliance, or if you don't know how to, I don't know, invest, or if you don't know how to look at the stock market, whatever it may be, all this like superficial, arbitrary stuff. If you don't know how to do it, people think you're weird. People think you're stupid. People think you're just like there's no hope for you. And then as a woman, I can't speak to all of the struggles, but I know, some women might get made fun of because they don't know how to, do their hair a certain way, or dress a certain way, whatever it may be. People make fun of you when you don't have the knowledge. And even when you're trying to get that knowledge, people will find ways to drag you down. Some of us, we might have relatives where, they always got those same questions lined up for us. When are you getting a better job? When are you going to finish school? When are you going to get a girlfriend or boyfriend? Whatever it may be. They always got the same questions lined up. And you tell them, I don't know. And then they're looking at you a certain way, or they're making comments. They don't respect that you have the courage to just simply tell them you don't know. Or maybe you don't want to share your business with them. But a lot of us, like me, I just don't know everything. There's a lot of uncertainty in life. Uncertainty is a natural part of life, and people need to learn to respect that. At my job, I have a lot of coworkers, obviously, and then I interact with a lot of customers on a daily basis. There's a lot of people in my face, and some people have questions, and for the most part, I know what I'm talking about. I know how to help people. I know how to direct them where they need to go. But the rare occasions I don't know something, I'll pull out my phone. I'll try to phone a friend. I'll look around a little bit, trying to find the answer. And then people like to be like, "Oh no, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." As I'm, in the middle of trying to help, they'd rather just walk away. And that could have been a learning opportunity for both of us. I could have found out where this item is located, and I would have been able to help you. But no, people don't want that. They don't respect the fact that you just don't know everything. And then, God forbid, you go online, all these social media platforms, TikTok, Reddit, Quora. You post a question, or you're looking for someone to answer a question that you have, and then you see the person get dragged in the comments, or you get dragged in the comments. People give you their lashings. They're quick to just give you their lashings, and your question never gets answered. That's the crazy part. And sometimes people will know the answer to your question and just withhold it from you, just to, I don't know, like a weird superiority thing. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. There's just this weird culture where I feel like people will know information, but they don't want to see you they don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you become a better person. They don't want to see you become a more knowledgeable person. They just want to hold that knowledge over you. And then sometimes people, and what's crazy, sometimes those people, they'll be wrong, especially on TikTok. People are spreading so much misinformation and crazy stuff that they'll be dead wrong, but they'll be committed to being wrong. You provide receipts, post an article, or you try to call them out on it. Hey, actually, I think this is what happened. I don't know where that information is from, but this is what I found. And they won't take down the video. They won't even reply to your comment. Actually, they might remove your comment or something like that, because they're committed to being wrong so they can look like they're right. I don't know if all of that made sense, but I feel like we know people like that, where they're just committed to being wrong. They feel like they have the right answer, but instead of actually looking for the right answer, they're just committed to being wrong. I don't know. It's just this weird age we live in, especially, with social media, where people expect us, I guess, to have a wide array of information. But I mean, yeah, I can always Google something. I can always just look up something if I need to. But at the same time, I have a job. I work. I'm in school. Some people have families to take care of. We have responsibilities to where we're just not always going to know. And if we need to ask in real time, it shouldn't be an issue. People shouldn't be giving us stares, or people shouldn't be quick to dismiss us if we don't know something right away. I don't know. I just felt like somebody needed to hear this, but it's okay if you don't know everything. It's okay if you don't have the knowledge at the time. The only issue I would say is, if you're not looking for the answers, if you're not looking for solutions, if you're just comfortable just not knowing and growing, then that's an issue. But I think a lot of us, we are trying to improve. We are trying to become a better, more knowledgeable person. But it's like the world beats you up for that, and it's so crazy. Nobody walks around knowing everything. Nobody. And if you do know everything, you probably have a very miserable life. Because y'all seen the movies. Y'all seen the movies where there's the character who is just all knowing, all powerful. That's a burden. That's a burden to bear. But I don't know. I just feel like we have to get to a point where we're respectful of people's different journeys and experiences, and we have to be more respectful of the fact that they're not going to have the same information that we have, but that's what leads to an exchange of information. I'm weak in this area, but you're able to support me where I don't know something. And then we exchange knowledge and ideas, and the world becomes a better place. But I guess y'all don't want that. I guess y'all just want to gatekeep all the knowledge. Y'all want to gatekeep all the important stuff. Y'all want to tear people down for learning and trying to improve and get better. I guess that's the world we live in. I don't know. Those are all the things that have been on my mind. I'll see you guys another time.